I think most Naruto fans would agree that when it comes to Naruto Uzumaki as Hokage, he's certainly a Hokage, unlike any of the others before him, for better or for worse, depending on who you ask. But one thing that Naruto's done since becoming the Hokage is take the major technology advancements that Konoha made under Kakashi as 6th Hokage, and Naruto's run as 7th Hokage has made huge inroads on maxing out the technology that Konoha's created. We've seen it with the much hated ninja tools like the shinobi gauntlet that shoot off any ninjutsu that's stored inside the gauntlet, but we've seen it in other ways that they are also meant to change lives of non-shinobi for the better, like with the Ninja Tech Research Center on the edge of the Land of Fire, where Katasuke's lab has made ninja tech prosthetics for animals and other devices that are meant to ease the lives of citizens, as well as those handy dandy smoke bombs that Sasuke used on Ishiki that can obscure the vision of any dojutsu. However, Naruto's push to make his own stamp as Hokage isn't just limited to things like that. Though the importance of allowing such freedom for creative innovations to flourish, it cannot be understated. Kakashi as Hokage, he started the tech boom, unbeknownst to a lot of fans. That started under Kakashi. Kakashi as Hokage was the one who bridged the gap between the nations following the war, and Kakashi was the one who led by example to the other Kages to start reducing the budgets and to start finding ways to service the people of their villages more, like Kakashi did with the hospital Sakura opened up post-ninja war throughout the Land of Fire. Naruto stepped into the era of peace, and a big foundation of technology was already into place. But in today's video, we're going to be looking at how Naruto's open-mindedness with technology, despite his own reservations, and what it can do for the ninja world has led to one of the biggest innovations that the ninja world has ever seen being created right underneath Naruto's watch that will continue to have impacts on the ninja world long after Naruto himself is dead and gone. So the information is given to us in the Naruto Retsuden novel, which is set after the Mujina Bandits arc and the Kakashi and Sasuke Retsuden stories, but before the Vessel arc of the Boruto story. In the scene I'm going to share with you guys, Naruto has begun wrapping up his training on top of the Hokage monument when the ninja tech goggles that he's using picks up on a surge of chakra coming from underground, and Naruto, being the curious fellow that he is, he doesn't hesitate to go investigate. The first thing that Naruto notices is that the ninja tech inside the house that he stumbled across, it isn't just advanced. The ninja tech shouldn't even be made public yet, which is when Naruto stumbles across a woman named Amano, who when she first tries to attack Naruto because she thinks that he's after her research that she's been working on, but immediately realizes that she just tried to attack the 7th Hokage and begins apologizing, her whole demeanor changes, and we see her reveal things that she's been doing with chakra that will both make Orochimaru's mind explode with the possibilities of what she's been able to do with chakra, but it also makes Naruto someone who has an extensive knowledge of all things chakra and how it works. It also impresses Naruto because her handling of chakra and the combination of what she's done with it with science makes Naruto realize that this isn't just something that will forever change Konoha, but it could end up changing the entire world itself if her research continues to bear fruit. And it's because of Naruto loosening up the already loose restrictions that Kakashi put on military intel and chakra to private corporations and citizens that wanted to do research that something like this was even made possible. This leads to the woman revealing petri dishes with liquefied chakra with the goal of making multi-potency chakra, which on top of the number of syllables for the word being enough that Naruto has to sound the words out, but even Naruto doesn't understand the meaning of the word, but all he does know is that she's making progress for it, which is another reminder that for as strong as Naruto is, where he can blow up an entire country with ease, the man still needs a dictionary for certain words and he still needs to sound them out as well. But when you got someone as smart as Shikamaru around who needs to understand words, Shikamaru can just explain them to you. With the scene and the context finally being set, it's here I'm going to begin reading the selected passages from the novel scene, and then I'm going to come back to explain what we got here, and it's here I quote, "Chakra is such a strange mystery, don't you think? You can do anything with it. It could be wind, fire, earth, water, or even electricity, depending on the person. It could even be changed to lava or rubber. These days, some ninja make glass or jewelry just by changing the ratio of the soul's composition in the earth. There's no other energy that's diverse," she said. Yes, I see, Naruto said. The event of chakra change came to Naruto too easily, so he never gave it any deep thought, but it's exactly as she said. Depending on the user, it has the potential to change into anything. If that property of chakra can be controlled using science, like for instance, turning chakra into into a valuable natural resource or a precious metal, surely it could do good things for society, don't you think? She asked Naruto. Development of new energy. Naruto finally understood the purpose of the experiments. Certainly if Amano were able to succeed with what she talked about, there wouldn't be any reason to destroy nature by mining for resources, and the energy circumstances in every country would completely change. Its chakra could be used to provide energy to the 5 great nations. The Land of Fire might jump to the forefront of being an energy powerhouse country. They went around the back door that faced the end of the alleyway. This 2-wheeled mechanism, it's a motorcycle. A person can get on and move around in this. This is the seat. Amano straddled herself over the seat. She was leaning forward on top of the seat, just like she was riding a horse. Unlike the versatile experiments of the chakra from earlier, this one Naruto could immediately see the results of. The development of vehicles for personal use have been a major challenge since the 6th Hokage was in office. Their development had been primarily left to Katasuke's research team, but the real difficulty was in finding a better source of fuel. This bike uses gas as its fuel. The Land of Fire imports gas primarily from the Land of Wind and the Land of Stairs, but natural gas is limited and will ultimately be exhausted if we keep taking it like so. Amano lightly tapped on a small tank on the bike. I want to revitalize traffic for personal use, but we don't have enough fuel for everyone to use it. But my research, that will solve that issue. If we can transform chakra to create natural artificial gas to use as fuel, we no longer need to depend on unreliable and limited supplies from other lands. Naruto was in high spirits like a child. His eyes were sparkling. End quote. Now, here's another very interesting thing. So Amano continues to talk about the purposes of her research with the liquefied chakra, stating that it isn't just limited only to renewable energy, but that there's also a medical benefit to the research that she's doing, turning chakra into organs like skin and nails and even a heart, something that we know for a fact happens in Boruto because it's something that we've literally seen in Otsutsuki do, repair the heart and the organs of someone who otherwise would have died. When Naruto hears this information, his thoughts immediately go to Might Gai, because up until this point in time, even 16 years after the 4th Ninja War, there was no cure discovered for the damage done to Might Gai's leg. The damage done by the 8th gate was too much for even Naruto's 6 Paths Yang seal in order to reverse the damage on Gai's leg. Back when Naruto had Hagoromo's chakra, Tsunade and Sakura, they failed to find a cure, and even Hashirama cells, which have been used to fix every plot hole that you can think of, even those failed to do the job. Naruto loosening up the restrictions on research has led to a borderline breakthrough like this, where this woman's science and applying it to chakra is coming to a very close moment where she's beginning to start replicating some of the things that Otsutsuki can do with ease, which makes sense given that chakra itself literally comes from the Otsutsuki, and that when Hagoromo started sharing chakra with humans, Hagoromo had other ideas behind it. It was people who turned chakra into ninjutsu use for battle, which is the exact opposite of what Hagoromo intended for chakra and ninjutsu to be. The idea of using chakra to power vehicles like motorcycles and buildings without using electricity or natural gas, and Konoha having technology to basically export chakra as a renewable energy to the rest of the 5 nations, that's an absolute game changer, because even in the Naruto world, their resources are limited to a point where personal vehicles, basically, they aren't allowed, which is why things like the Thunder Train and airships, they exist, because there's a service to the greater economy on the continent of the 5 nations. This is still in the early stages, but if it gets finished under Naruto's watch as Hokage, this very well could be Naruto stamping his legacy for the best Hokage ever, because of the lasting impact that he's going to have on the ninja world as a result of this, going from being the war hero who brought peace to the 5 nations to being the man who might bring renewable energy to the ninja world. However, that's gonna be it for this installment of Naruto Retsuden. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe and make sure to check out these other Naruto Retsuden videos you see on the screen right now.